it's been an amazing journey, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me.
Always, Tim. Always.
I'm sure you've touched so many people's lives.
Yeah. Both coaches running through their respective lines. The Celtics move on to the second round of the playoffs.
Just a phenomenal moment he saw there with Mike Gorman and that last commercial break before the end of the game as the Celtics get the win here. Mike Gorman's final game, a 34-point win over the Miami Heat, which means the season moving on. Tom Giles heading house, and that's the game that Mike Gorman deserved right there. Celtics come out with an emphatic win and moving on.
Yeah, that's the way to send Mike out, but you didn't get the memo, and so since you didn't, I had got the memo earlier, and it said, we are gathered here today to see the funeral of the Miami Heat. That's why I'm in all black. You understand me? Let's go.
And he was ready for this. He came in ready for this. He was set to go, and I mean, look, it was right from the jump. First quarter, 7 straight threes. Celtics go up 41-23, and there was really no looking back.
There wasn't any looking back. They don't have a lot of firepower over there. We just played extremely good basketball. We shared it, moved it around. We knocked down a bunch of threes. We took care of the basketball. We played defense. The only answer they had was Bam Adebayo, but that was just not enough.
It wasn't, and then once you got to that third quarter, we talked about it at halftime. You know, it's still the Miami Heat. Even though the Celtics are up 22 at the half, what's going to make you feel comfortable? Finally, in the fourth quarter, you saw the Stay Ready group and this even more Stay Ready group out there for most of that.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they came in and they played hard. They got shots, getting confidence moving forward into the next round. I don't know who we're going to play, whether it be Orlando or Cleveland, but we are going to need these guys to step up. So to get those minutes and knock down shots, see the ball go in, play playoff minutes is different for anybody else as opposed to a regular season. And everybody is loving it. Let's go!
Did here. We're going to have Scal joining us up here on the set. We're going to have Forsberg joining us as well. Abby's going to join us. I think she's standing by with Jaylen Brown. In fact, do we have Abby with Jaylen Brown right now? All right.
Jaylen, congratulations. First game of this postseason without Kristaps Porzingis. What did you like best about the way you guys closed this thing out?
We came in, we threw the first punch. We played fast, we played aggressive, and we found a way to get a win. You know what I mean? That was the best.
After game 3, you told me this group still trying to get a feel for who you want to be in the postseason. Do you feel like you guys are starting to find that?
Yes, we just take it one game at a time. You know, we just got to keep staying with it. We got to clean up some of the stuff that we've been messing up on, and we're going to keep getting better as the playoffs go on.
Do you allow yourself to celebrate this at all?
I mean, tonight, I think it's always great to advance, but tomorrow we get ready for whoever's next.
Speaking of tonight, this was the last call for the legend, Mike Gorman. When you were drafted here, did you know about Mike and Tommy, and what has it meant to have them calling your career?
It's been great. It's been an honor, you know, and I hope Mike enjoys his retirement.
Jaylen, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, again, Jaylen Brown with a huge night tonight as well, coming out with 25 points for JB in this one. I think that's what he finished up with, Eddie. But you saw your superstar step up. We talked about this before the game.
You know what? I barely can hear you. I'm not going to lie. They're so loud. This crowd is so hyped. Hey, what we do? Let's go! Let's go! Moving forward. Let's make it happen.
Let's go! Eddie! Let's go! Steady Eddie!
Don't.
Well, they're pumped because you got the Celtics moving on, and we talked about this before the game. You know, would they be able to close it out? You know, what was it going to look like here in Game 5? Chris Forsberg brought it up. They've had their struggles in these moments before. Not an issue tonight.
Yeah, well, I think the difference is you learn. You know, you learn from your mistakes. And last year, this was a team that where you say, hey, they constantly let go of the rope. They had an opportunity to close something out. They didn't make it happen. This year, we haven't seen that many times. And whenever we did see it, they were able to correct it, right? And they went right back into their bag and was able to get these W's. So, I mean, it's no better way to win because who was the one that put you guys out last year?
It was Miami Heat.
Who did you put out this year?
Yeah, Miami Heat.
So that's sweet revenge.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And in 5 games as well, Celtics really from start to finish just controlling this one. But let's check out some of those highlights. Going back to that first quarter, those 7 straight threes, Eddie, and it was absolutely everybody, including Derek White.
Well, I'm gonna tell you who they were hunting. And a lot of times we say we don't want to see matchup hunting or try to find that perfect matchup. But a lot of times we were finding that matchup, and Tyler Hero was at the bad end of it. But I thought our ball movement, I thought our consistency offensively, I thought our effort on the defensive end led to our ball movement, led to everything offensively. Like I said, I truly believe if we're locked in defensively, that spearheads our offense, and we're going to be one of these tough teams to put out if we are locked in defensively.
All right, locked in they were. We got Scal joining us.
What up, Scal? How you feeling, baby?
As well.
Easy money.
What's going on? Hey,
Easy work.
That's like, that was like what we call in high school a jamboree. Just a warm-up game.
nothing wrong with an easy win, 118-84. Again, they're winning by 34. Awesome moment at the end of the game. Awesome moment, that final commercial break when they put Mike up on the Jumbotron. I thought that was perfect. I thought it really encapsulated in the crowd.
For sure.
Yeah, that was just great.
I mean, 43 years, Tom, you only got, what, like 41 to go before you're at that level. Nah, Mike, I mean, Mike's everybody that knows Mike knows that he's an amazing guy. He's nice. He's worked with so many great people. Everyone here that has watched the Celtics have listened to Mike Gorman. An amazing tribute. Like, you think about the last game of the season, all the things that went into that, like that moment right there just kind of like ends it. But the thing is, Mike's not going anywhere. He's going to be sitting courtside. We're going to be up here fighting for media seats, and my man's going to be chilling with the owners in courtside.
With popcorn,
yeah,
and a cocktail.
He'll be at the 9th level. We'll be over here fighting down here to get a seat.
Just in the building. That's all you need.
Yeah. And Mike will be chilling, eating popcorn. So it's not like we're not going to see him. It's just a great way to end, and hopefully, like this is a magical season for us.
For sure. What about tonight's game? Did you
Smackdown, man. We got Smackdown.
But at what moment did you know this is going to be the Smackdown that we saw?
You know what? To be honest with you, when Luke Cornett came in and Bam Adebayo struggled for like the 3 minutes, and I'm like, oh, and then Al Horford came back, that run right there, it was 26-5. At that point, I thought that thing was over.
Well, I like the play where Drew Holiday saved it. Jaylen Brown goes up and get his 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
That right there, then we end up getting a bucket out of that. Yep. So when I looked at that, I said, we're winning the 50-50 balls. We're knocking down threes. We're playing defense. Miami Heat doesn't have a chance tonight.
We're different than last year.
Way different.
That game 2 is an anomaly.
That's it.
But we get after it, man. Like even late in the game, Drew Holiday was hawking the ball. He got a foul. He was like into it. We're so different than we were last year. It's still, it's a still journey. It's tough. To win, it's hard, but we're just a different team right now.
Well, it's also too. I mean, the closeout mentality.
Let's get it.
The closeout mentality tonight as well. You're looking at 22 at halftime. You wonder, is Miami going to make a little bit of run here to start the second half? And instead, you just saw the starters, everyone just take it to another level and build that thing back out.
Yeah, I mean, we picked on matchups all night that we had them. We moved the basketball.
Who was they picking on?
Tyler Hero. I mean, I've been telling y'all, man. I know the man gets buckets and he has his moments, but I don't know, man. You're not going to say nothing, but he don't seem like Miami Heat to me. The only thing he seems like to me is like he just likes to chill. Like I get it, he works hard, but you ain't gonna win with him.
That's
man.
not.
Come on.
You don't think he's Heat culture? Is that what you're saying?
He name a guy in the past that just gets destroyed defensively. Just gets can't stop anybody.
Don't happen.
No, you can go look at the history of the Miami Heat. They don't got guys like that. He's the one guy. I'm telling you, man, that's got to be Pat Riley's grandson. I'm telling you.
He had 50 points in it and like 19 shots. He came back into the fourth quarter. I was like, what are they doing?
I'm telling
it's
you,
like
man.
a 32-point game.
I'm telling you, I've seen this before. It's like he's trying to get him a scholarship in the AAU circuit.
All right, let's send it back downstairs. Abby standing by with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
Joe, before the game, you told us your team would have to match the Heat's desperation. Do you feel like you guys did that? What stood out to you about the way your team closed out?
Consistency. I thought we got off to a good start, and we were consistent throughout the entire game, which is really hard to do against a team like that. Really hard to do when you're up 20 to 25 points, and something that I think this team has done throughout the entire year is to just play with a high level of consistency, high level of focus, high level of physicality.
What do you take away from this series?
Every series takes on a life of its own. Every series has different themes. And, I think the one theme, regardless of who you're playing, is physicality and rebounding. And then the open-mindedness to adjust. And I thought we won games in different ways, because of Miami's creativity on how to change the game and how to, play different ways. So those are our constants, and then we got to stay open-minded to, different matchups, call for different stuff.
What was your intention calling timeout with 41 seconds left?
That was the media timeout.
That was the media timeout. So it was not to honor Mike Gorman one more time, because that worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, no, it was a media timeout.
Growing up in this town, what has it meant to have worked with Mike and now send him off in retirement?
Yeah, to be able to do the interviews with him the last few games, to be able to shake his hand after the game, and just a guy growing up, you hear his voice, and Dad always talked about him, and it's just an honor to kind of share the microphone with him. I'm really happy for him.
Joe, thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Mike will be around for the rest of the run.
Thanks.